bringing you a kid-friendly radio show. Every Saturday afternoon on YouTube, broadcasting live at 1 o'clock. Broadcasting live at 1 o'clock. Hello and welcome to episode 7 of the Brit Kids Show with me, Ethan. Coming up on today's show, an incredible poem about lockdown, the first leaderboard game of July, and an interesting interview. You may have noticed a bit of a problem last week because the show was delayed 45 minutes. So I was uploading it to YouTube like normal, and then I went in the shower while it was uploading. When I came out of the shower, my computer had randomly restarted for some reason, and I opened YouTube Studio back up, and it said it had 69%, and I was, oh, that's amazing. It kept carried on with 13 minutes left. But then I noticed 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes later, it was still on 69% and 13 minutes left. So I reloaded the page, and guess what? It still said 69%. So I tried everything, and by that time, it was 1 o'clock when we were supposed to be premiering the show. So the only thing that was left to do was I had to cancel the upload and re-upload it and schedule the show for 1:45. So sorry about the delay last week, but hopefully it is all okay this week because I'm actually out today, and I was out yesterday afternoon. I'm going to my grandma's for the first time since February. I last saw her, so that's great today. That's what I'm doing to the weekly question. That's my answer. So that's why I'm not here, but I am still chatting away in the live chat because I've logged on to my brother's laptop to chat to you. So I've actually recorded this, edited it, and uploaded it all on Thursday afternoon. So it is 4:15 now when I'm recording it on the 2nd of July 2020. So 2 days before we are actually uploading it, because I normally upload it, edit it, and record it on a Saturday morning, but I'm doing it instead. So this is a bit weird for me, but we're doing it. Before we go on with the show, remember to share this video with your friends and family to get the views up and up. Like, comment, email me, listen to last week's episode if you haven't already. Listen to this episode until the end and subscribe, because all them things help me out with making the show, and it gives me motivation to do it. Keep doing this show every week and putting my time into it again and again. So now it is time for another interview with Year 6 student Tom about how lockdown is like social distancing. So, yes, here is Tom. Hello, Tom, and thank you for being on the show again. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good. School's been very good. Yeah.
That's good. I thought we should start the interview off with last week's weekly question. From today, are you going out to the cinema or going to a restaurant or going out for a day out, or are you just staying at home?
I think, yeah, we definitely will be going out quite a lot. I'm sure my dad will love to go to the pub, and me and Mum will want to go to a fancy restaurant, so we'll definitely be going out.
Yeah. So we actually had you on the show a couple of weeks ago, back in episode 3 it was, before you went back to school. So how has school been going with social distancing?
It's been amazing. I mean, it is odd doing the social distancing, but
Yeah.
it's really nice seeing everyone. And yeah, I mean, I've only got another around 2-3 weeks left of school, and then it's a
Yeah.
summer holiday.
Yeah. So, how many times a week do you go, or are you actually going full time?
I'm going full time,
Oh, wow.
so 9 o'clock till 3:15, Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
But I really like it, so
Yeah. Better than homeschooling.
yeah.
So, have you managed to see your friends and things?
Yeah, I see all my friends. Well, some of them decided not to come back to school, but I see most of my friends.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So, what have you been doing in school now that you're not doing SATs?
To be honest, we're a bit settled down. We have a few things that we're doing, but not much because yeah, of course SATs isn't happening anymore.
So, are
But
you
we have
doing any English and maths or anything like that?
doing English, maths, RE, every single subject still, but nothing serious.
Okay, so a bit more fun activities and things.
Yeah.
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 So, are you doing like a party or something to celebrate you leaving school because you obviously can't have a big assembly like you would normally?
I'm sure in the last week of school they would have planned something, and
Yeah.
I'm sure it will definitely be loads of fun. And we've been rehearsing a play that we're going to do in the last week of school, so
Oh,
that will be
what,
fun.
like a
Yeah,
social distance play?
yeah. It's we just did a few acts today of it, and it is quite hard to social distance in it, but we did it.
Yeah.
So
So,
yeah.
so yeah, was that the Leavers play that you were supposed to be doing even before lockdown?
Before lockdown, I think it would have been a bit. It would have been a bit more complex, a different,
Yeah.
natural different play.
Yeah.
But we're actually doing the play of the class book that we're reading at the moment.
Ah, okay.
But we just thought, why not? So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, so that's been keeping you busy in school, of course. So I know you're a big swimmer, but sadly swimming pools aren't open on the 4th of July like other things. So how do you feel about that?
I do feel quite annoyed. I
Yeah.
would love to go swimming because I haven't been swimming properly since the start of lockdown. So yeah, I would just love to go back to swimming, but I guess I'll have to wait a bit longer.
So if they're open, you would go.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be going if they do open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So finally, have you learned or improved any skills during lockdown?
Me and my mum have done quite a lot of baking. That's definitely a improved skill. But
How has
yeah,
that been going?
it's been great. Some quality time and also some very nice cakes and stuff like that.
What
So
different things have you been making?
we've actually been making we made banana bread, which was very
Ooh,
nice.
yeah, that sounds nice.
This is quite an odd one, but we made donuts.
Okay, how was that?
They actually went quite well. We were quite
Yeah.
surprised, and we've
Yeah.
made quite a few things. Like I think we've made I've forgotten what it is, but we've definitely made another sort of cake.
Yeah.
And
So what's the best thing that you've baked?
probably I think the donuts were, well, the first time we did the donuts, they were definitely one of the best. The banana bread was amazing. So to be honest, it's hard to pick a best, really. Yeah.
And what's the hardest thing that you've made?
Hardest thing I think it would be the donuts because
Yeah.
especially frying them and really just making them quite hard. Yeah.
So have you learned any other skills or not?
My dad has been teaching me some stuff like some deeper maths and all that stuff, but except from that, not really. But it's been really nice.
Okay, it's been great having you on the show a second time. Thank you and goodbye. So that was Tom talking about school after lockdown. If you have a new skill you want to talk about, or if you just want to get interviewed by me, email me at thebritkidshow@gmail.com and title your email interviews. So now it is time to listen to an amazing poem by Emma, who was on our show participating in the Leaderboard Game back in episode 2. She was actually the second participant of the game ever. So there is a video to go along with this, so if you want to watch that, that would be great. It's our first actual video. We've had photographs and the logo like normal, but we actually are having a video to go alongside the audio with Emma's poem. So here it is, Emma's lockdown poem.
When the world stopped and the traffic gave way, was the day I started listening to birds far away. Whether up in the trees or digging for worms in the grass, I heard them singing sweetly like woodwind and brass. One morning I woke early, and to my delight, the dawn chorus rang out through the early morning light. There were robins and pigeons and sparrows and all, but my favourite had to be the skylark so small. The sky-bright skylark sang the loudest of all, like the highest soprano at the Royal Albert Hall. Then one day I saw a magpie crying in tears. That's one for sorrow, for the virus we feared. Then I gazed out my window, and on the football pitch I saw 3 socially distant seagulls, 2 metres apart, like the law. It started to rain, and the birds flew away. And it rained, and it poured, and it rained more each day. But in the rain I looked for rainbows, and in the dark I looked for stars, hoping soon we would return to theatres and bars. A rainbow appeared, and the seagulls came back, but this time there were 6 of them, like a footballer's 6-pack. Next my magpie returned, but this time there were 2, as I heard on the news, we're free of the flu. For the magpies had brought joy to this town and the rest, and Corona had gone, because all had been blessed. Now the traffic started moving again every day, so I can no longer hear the birds far away. But I don't need to hear them to know they're still singing sweetly to me, and one day I will take flight to finally be free.
So that was the incredible poem about lockdown by Emma. But if you have anything that you want to showcase on my show, like a song, a cover of a song, a poem, anything, email me at the Brit Kids Show and I will get it. The Brit Kids Show at gmail.com and I will get it on the show for you. But now it is that time of the week again. It is time for the weekly question. The weekly question. So on last week's episode, I asked you, from today, are you going out to the cinema or going to have some food and a drink, or are you having a night away, or are you playing it safe and staying at home? Whatever your plans, I want to hear them. That's what I asked you guys. So here are some of the replies. Karen said, although we've really missed having trips to the cinema and having meals out, we're going to wait a while before we indulge ourselves in those treats, just so we make sure we stay safe. Tristan said he is going to see his grandma and he might go paintballing with his friends. I am going to see my grandma today, and we travelled down there yesterday afternoon. This is why I'm recording it again. Recording it on Thursday afternoon instead of Saturday morning. But this week's weekly question is: what do you like more, life before lockdown, busy working or going to school at the times that early and having to have earlier nights and things, or life in lockdown where you can do your schoolwork or go to work whatever time you want and do things your own way, basically, and have more time with your family. So I want to hear your opinions. And if you want to answer this question, please comment below and start your comment with the weekly question, or you can email me at thebritkidshow@gmail.com and title your email the weekly question. So now it is time for the first leaderboard game of July. Lewis won June's leaderboard game, but we will see if who will win this month's leaderboard game. So here it is.
Leaderboard game.
Hello, Ben, and welcome to the leaderboard game. Thank you for being our first contestant of July. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Happy to be here.
So, how well do you think you're going to do?
I think I'll, depending on the questions, I think I'll do pretty well.
Okay, let's start with question 1. Glastonbury was due to celebrate their birthday last weekend, but what age were they? Was it A, 35 years old, B, 50 years old, or C, 120 years old? Your time starts now.
I'm going to guess C.
You're incorrect. It was actually B, 50 years old. Okay, question 2. Earlier this week, the Education Secretary released that parents in England could face a fine if they don't send their children to school by A, September, B, December, or C, October. Your time starts now.
I'm going to guess September.
You are correct, so you've got 1 so far. Okay. Question 3. The government released new guidance on weddings this week. Weddings in England this week. But how many people are you allowed to come? Is it A, 15 people, B, 50 people, or C, 30 people? Your time starts now.
I'm going to guess 50.
You are incorrect. It was C, 30. Okay. Question 4. In Wales, from Monday, how many households can join together to form an extended household? Is it A, 2 households, B, 6 households, or C, 4 households? Your time starts now.
I'm going to guess B, 4 households.
You're incorrect. It was A, 2 households. Okay.
Oh, very good.
5. On Monday, face-to-face talks between the UK and the EU on a post-Brexit trade deal begun. But where did they take place? Was it A, London, B, Paris, or C, Brussels? Your time starts now.
London.
You're incorrect. It was C, Brussels. Okay. Question 6. Which British city has gone into a local lockdown because of a surge of coronavirus cases? Is it A, Birmingham, B, Leicester, or C, Manchester? Your time starts now.
I'm going to guess Leicester.
You are correct. So you've got 2 so far. Okay. 7. A form of transport that you can rent is due to be legalised on roads from the Saturday the 4th of July. But what form of transport is it? Is it A, e-scooters, B, segways, or C, skateboards? Your time starts now.
Scooters.
You're correct. So you've got 3 so far. You can get 3 more if you get these right. Okay. So,
Okay.
question 8. Boris Johnson released an economic recovery plan, but what slogan did he use? Was it A, work, 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 B, build, 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 or C, save, save, save? Your time starts now.
I'm going to go for B.
You are
Build, build, build.
correct. So you have now got 4, haven't you? Yes, 4.
Yeah.
So, question 9. Upper crust plan to cut how many jobs? Is it A, 4,000, B, 6,000, or C, 5,000? Your time starts now.
I'm going to guess C. 5,000.
You are correct. It was C, 5,000. Okay.
Points.
Question 10. So you've now got 5 out of 10. So question 10. Which professional football club has gone into administration this week? Is it A, Wigan Athletic, B, Liverpool, or C, Chelsea? Your time starts now.
Is it Chelsea?
You are incorrect. It was A, Wigan Athletic, but you have got 5 out of 10, an amazing score, and it puts you at the top of the leaderboard because you're the first one to do it in July. How do you feel?
Yeah, good. Not bad. Yeah, I thought, yeah, pretty good.
If you were in last month's leaderboard game, that would have got you 2nd place, but it could get you 1st place in July's leaderboard. We don't know. We'll find out at the end of the month. Okay, so thank you again for being on the show today. Bye.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
So the first contestant of July's leaderboard game, Ben, got a score of 5, an incredible score. Half, that is incredible. So next week we'll see if anyone can beat Ben in the next leaderboard game of July. But guess what? If you want to have the chance to beat Ben next week, email me at thebritkidshow@gmail.com and title your email The Leaderboard Game. So that is it. That is all we have time for on today's show. I know it goes like a flash. Great series, that Flash. On next week's episode, we will see if anyone can beat Ben in the 2nd leaderboard game of the month. An amazing interview, and we will also have the replies to the weekly question. And please remember to like this video, comment, share, subscribe, because remember, if we get to 50 subscribers, I will do a monthly bonus content on this channel. So yeah, please do subscribe and click that notification bell. In the meantime, if you have any suggestions on how we could make the show better, or if you want to answer this week's weekly question, which do you like more, life before lockdown or life in lockdown? I want to know. Or if you have a new skill that you want to talk about, or if you want to have the chance to beat Ben in July's leaderboard game, leave a comment below or email me at thebritkidshow@gmail.com. So that is it from me and the Brit Kids Show this week. We'll be back next week at the same time. Bye bye. Bringing you a kid-friendly radio show every Saturday afternoon on YouTube. Broadcasting live at 1 o'clock. Broadcasting